That's right. You're listening to another episode of the Crayola Sack Harsh Reality with myself and Harshmed, as usual, who is late, as always. It never fails. It's always late. He's going to be late for his own funeral. I swear. I don't know what I'm going to do with him.
Yeah, it's not the worst case scenario to be late to your own funeral, right? I mean,
Well, I guess to be fair, no, but, you never know.
who wants to die on time? That's kind of weird.
Well, I mean, I guess you're right. It kind of does take the fun out of dying, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Wait, it's not necessarily fun either. But,
Right.
Jesus. Anyway, it's been a fun week so far this week.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Lot of new developments today. On the local front, we're everywhere now officially on Amazon, Spotify.
Yeah, I can't wait to get
iHeartRadio.
canceled.
We're officially everywhere. We're distributed now. That is scary.
That's very scary.
Yeah.
Question is, I don't know who that's scarier for, us or the audience.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, some random weirdos walking up to you asking for your autograph, like, I on that show, Sky. Are you on that show? You got the weird hairstyle, the weird beard. Are you on that show? Oh, that one little Indian.
Let's just be happy that the podcast channels can't do video.
That's
be thankful
for now.
That one small thing. June 30th, a Maine woman punches a bear that chased her dog and ends up with stitches. Wait, okay, I gotta read this because I don't know if the bear ended up with stitches or if the woman ended up with stitches.
Probably the woman.
A Maine woman was bitten by a bear in her backyard while defending her pet dog, necessitating a trip to the hospital for stitches, officials said Friday. Lynn Kelly, who is 64, and apparently a beast of a woman, to take on a bear.
That's pretty impressive.
Kelly stood and made herself appear large, which is recommended in a black bear encounter. But instead of slowly retreating, she proceeded to confront the bear, which is not recommended. So this lady just, at 64 years old, said, you know what? To hell with you, bear. I'm going to show you who's boss around these parts.
Maine woman. She's from Maine, that's why. That makes sense.
She's probably spent most of her life outside.
Yeah, she probably wasn't her first go around. What I don't understand is how. I mean, what I don't understand is why she didn't have a fence in her backyard. But man, I don't know, maybe that neighborhood didn't allow it. So I don't know. Just
well, June 29th in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania decided that they soon may be changing its state song. I didn't know they had it. What is their state song? Did you know they had one?
No, I didn't.
The song is Pennsylvania by Eddie Corey and Ronnie Bonner, and it was adopted in 1990.
No, I really don't.
That's weird. Why would Pennsylvania have a song? Is it like the mating call of the Amish? I was about to say Irish.
I don't know. All I know is every state supposedly has a song, but has like an official song and an anthem, but no one really knows of them. So I don't know what Louisiana's state song is.
I wouldn't want to know, to be honest with you. That's a scary thought by itself.
Apparently it's You Are My Sunshine.
Oh, yeah. That's been around since the 20s, I think.
And Illinois' song is just called, state song is just called Illinois by C.H. Chamberlain, and I'm assuming these people are dead, so. Yeah, it was written in the 1890s, so.
So you're just going to assume they're dead?
Well, I mean, it was written in the 1890s, so unless they're zombies who are 200 years old, yeah, they're dead.
All right, so what was the hot topic this week, Harsh? Do you remember?
Trying to remember. This wasn't about anyone we know personally, is it?
No. I'm talking about like in the news or what everybody was, screaming
Oh yeah,
about this week.
Hollywood went on strike today. The actors and writers went on strike. So this week. So for those of you who have who actually still care about Hollywood and love TV shows, yeah, you're not watching anything new this week. So.
Okay, so while Hollywood was on strike in Washington, the House passed a sweeping defense bill today that provides an expected 5.2% pay raise for service members, but strays from traditional military policy with Republicans' add-ons blocking abortion coverage, diversity initiatives at the Pentagon, and transgender care that deeply divided the chamber. Democrats also voted against the package, which had sailed out of the House Armed Services Committee on an almost unanimous vote weeks ago before being loaded with the GOP priorities during a heated late-night floor debate this week. The final vote was 219 to 210, with 4 Democrats siding with the GOP and 4 Republicans opposed. The bill, as written, is expected to go nowhere in the Democratic majority Senate. So while everybody's screaming about Hollyweird going on strike, we're just going to go ahead and wreck the government and, put them in stalwarts. Who cares?
I hate to say this, but if it takes bigotry to destroy the military-industrial complex, I say let it happen that way. Like, I don't even care at this point.
I mean, I don't even understand the diversity inclusion clause. Like, if you don't want to be a male and you want to be a female, then why the hell should we have to pay for your surgery?
Yeah, that whole thing is weird, especially considering the fact that plastic surgery of other kinds is not even covered by insurance anyway, or not even covered by Medicare or any of that other stuff. So why would that surgery be weird?
And while all that's going on, President Joe Biden and the Democratic National Committee managed to raise more than $72 million for his re-election in the 10 weeks since he announced his 2024 candidacy.
They're letting him run for re-election?
Yeah, obviously. His campaign announced Friday in a strong but not record performance by an incumbent. Strong. Who are they taking these tolls from? I mean, these polls. Polls, same shit.
At this point, I'm sure they're just operatives all saying that. They just find like 100 blue no matter who types, and they say, oh, what do you think about it? What do you think of this? And it's just, And that's how they get their data. It's so stupid because like all these polls, they don't even ask the majority of the people. They'll ask like 100 people at a time. They're like, oh, well, this represents everybody. It's like, no, it doesn't. It's like, now if you poll like 1 million people, then maybe. But even that's like not enough because think about it. There's 350 million people in this country, so.
$74 million in 10 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, that's more drugs for Hunter, right?
Yeah, they already don't know where that cocaine in the White House came from.
I can't believe they found cocaine in the White House, right at the same time Hunter Biden visits his dad.
Same time he visits his dad, and this is also the same sitting president that had classified documents in his garage. But for Christ's sakes, his Corvette is in there. Nothing's going to happen to his Corvette, so of course nothing's going to happen to classified.
Nothing's going to happen to classified documents. Cord Papa's a bad dude, and nothing's going to happen to the Corvette, and nothing's going to happen to the classified documents.
Get out. Just go away. Go to the nursing home that you need to be in, Joe, please. Please, I'm begging you.
At this point, it's elderly abuse. Because we all know he's not in charge of anything.
And from my home state, Louisiana Senate passes a bill banning gender-affirming care for transgender youths. Baton Rouge, a controversial my home city. Hey, how you doing?
That's awesome.
A controversial bill that at one point had been presumed dead, banning gender-affirming medical care for transgender youths in Louisiana was passed by the Senate on Monday and is likely to reach the governor's desk in the coming days. The bill, which passed in the Senate mainly along party lines 29-10, would prohibit hormone treatments, gender-affirming surgery, and puberty-blocking drugs for transgender minors in Louisiana. The measure will go back to the House, which has already overwhelmingly passed the legislation to approve of minor amendments, including pushing back the effective date of law to January 1st, 2024. Now the entire Senate and House voted on this thing and passed it with almost like unbelievable support. And of course, Governor John Bel Edwards, a Democrat, opposes it.
Yeah. Well,
but then again, last session he also chose to vote in a law banning transgender athletes from participating in women and girls sports competitions in the state, which should make it fun for other states that allow that if they come here to Louisiana to compete. Hey, all your guys got to be benched. I know it's a women's softball team, but all of the ones with the hanging genitalia, you can go ahead and sit on the bench for that round. Sorry. No amount of surgery is going to change that fact, sir. Or ma'am, or whatever you want to call yourself. Yeah.
it's ma'am.
It's ma'am. How can you look at me and tell I'm not a woman?
Well, I mean, the chain smoking, sitting in front of a casino freaking slot machine sound voice that you have pretty much tells me that you're probably not a female or you're from South Louisiana. One of the two.
It's ma'am.
It is ma'am.
Stop calling me a female. And go, man, it's ma'am.
Sorry, dude. I mean, sir. I mean, that poor guy at GameStop. I really felt sorry for him at one point because this dude is looking at like, what did I just do? I insulted a freaking Marlboro man. I mean, you know, what the hell,
ma'am? It's ma'am. I'm like, that ma'am gonna kick the crap out. It's like, damn, it's like I called you a dude. It's like, if it has an apple, it has a banana. It had a banana. I don't know. That whole thing is based on white privilege anyway. I hate saying that, but you want to talk about white privilege, especially on the left side.
I mean, what did he do? Did he call his manager after that and go, hey, some chick that looked like Nick Nolte was just in the store and was yelling at me about not calling it or him, her, ma'am, or something.
He made a rap song. She made a rap. She made a rap song like a month later about it. I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like, we die because they call us the wrong gender. It's like, no, you die for other reasons. That has to do with that. I mean, the whole thing. I mean, you want to talk about. I mean, I hate making this about race, but you want to talk about white privilege, white male privilege, white male leftist privilege. It's like they want everybody to celebrate the fact that they're transitioning, while people of color had to struggle in this country just to be accepted back in the day. I mean, to paraphrase Dave Chappelle, Caitlyn Jenner faced less BS changing her name. Bruce Jenner faced less nonsense changing her name to Caitlyn than Muhammad Ali faced the Then Cassius Clay changing his name to Muhammad Ali.
You just
Like,
absolutely murdered that joke. Oh my God, that was just like horrible.
yeah, but it's not a joke. It's the actual truth.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, you just murdered it. You just need to go take a nap. That's all. It's
I'm not
okay.
taking a nap now. Maybe in an hour.
You
But
just
the
need a
point
nap.
being is, it's just the epitome of white liberal privilege. It's like, why the hell does it have to be at this level? Like, why can't it be like the old days where it's like everyone accepted who they were and that was it? Like, it always has to be this extra level. Like, oh my God, we have to be celebrated for this. Oh my God, we have, like, why? It's like, it's cool you live. It's awesome that you're different. Now just, live life. You don't need everyone to kiss your ass or treat you like a dime piece. Like, it's stupid.
It's gross.
It really is, and it's racist as fuck too.
Yeah, well,
Like a lot of them are racist toward black and brown people. Like people don't even realize that. Like it's gross. The whole thing is gross. I don't know what the hell's been
really
co-opted.
and truthfully, why would a minority bash another minority? That to me, right there by itself, doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, but there's a lot of racism in these communities that people don't talk about. I mean, when you have like, I mean, yeah, a lot of this is paraphrasing Chappelle. I mean,
Robert Walker
it's just,
says he's happy with his Winky and he's going to keep it.
Good for you, Good for you, Robert.
We are glad you are very secure in your manhood, Robert.
Yeah, Robert says bread and circus works every time.
Brent, I don't even remember what we were talking about at that point.
There was some movie, like, we were talking about Hollywood and then the Biden stuff.
Oh, yeah, Hollywood. I really don't care.
I don't either.
I mean, they could go on strike and stay on strike forever.
All right, and let's read something from Wednesday, which might scare some people. According to WGN Channel 9, Chicago's very own Chicago News, 13 confirmed tornadoes after Wednesday night's storms. National Weather Service. The National Weather Service confirmed Thursday a total of 13 tornadoes after Wednesday night storms. The first Elgin tornado had a maximum intensity of EF1 and a maximum speed of 100 miles an hour. I don't know if you want me to keep reading through all the tornadoes, but yeah, 13 of them in one area.
Nice.
2 days ago, so. And then the National Weather Service says the second tornado in Elgin had a max intensity of EF0 with a max wind speed of 85 miles an hour. The tornado began close to McDonald Road and ended along Hops Road. And the National Weather Service team confirmed a third tornado after grounds were surveyed from Burr Ridge to Stickney with an EF1 with max winds near 110 miles an hour. So, yeah, 13 tornadoes in one day. How many hurricanes have ever existed in one day in Baton Rouge?
In one day? Normally only one at a time.
Right.
Normally. It depends. If Sharon Weston Broom, who's the wonderful mayor here in Baton Rouge, if she talks a little too much, we might get 2 hurricanes in one day. That's always a possibility around here.
That it is.
Well, if you like social media platforms, this might be something to listen to. The chair of the Federal Trade Commission defended her aggressive legal strategy toward the country's biggest technology companies Thursday as House Republicans charged that the agency has become overzealous and politicized under President Joe Biden. Republicans charged that Lena Khan is harassing Twitter since its acquisition by Elon Musk, arbitrarily suing large tech companies and declining to recuse herself from certain cases. In April, the committee subpoenaed Khan after an investigation by the panel that concluded the agency went after Musk for political reasons. Wow. So that many people got upset that Elon decided to spend 80-something billion dollars of his own money to purchase Twitter.
Apparently. I mean, and the messed up part is if they just left it alone, they wouldn't be violating, they'd be protected under Article 230, which pretty much prohibits social media platforms from not being from not being liable, and the government from also not being liable in regards to what happens on those websites. But instead, the more of these lawsuits take place, the fewer protections they're going to have. So, I don't know. This whole thing's a farce.
Check it in on.
I can't believe Elon Musk spent that much money.
Happy Cannibals tuning in on the online stream.
That's cool.
Says listening on the radio. Hope y'all are having a good evening.
Yeah. I don't see the point of this. This is such a stupid back and forth. I'm almost starting to believe that the people of Facebook are just paying the government to do this to Twitter. I'm starting to believe that.
No, we must have our old millennials.
Twitter, and I mean, he essentially started doing things that other people are starting to follow in his footsteps. I mean, like monetizing the platform, and Facebook is leading to that same direction where you can pay for a verified account and so on and so forth. And Robert says, personally, I think Musk is a government shill, and I see a lot of cover stories for him. In what way?
Well,
what kind of... I mean, there's really... Aside from just him being a ridiculous, retarded billionaire, there's really not been too many scandals or controversies involving Elon.
Well, I mean, his upbringing is the most controversial thing of all. I mean, the guy comes from like a really wealthy family that made money off of, the blood, during apartheid, they made money off the blood diamond industry. And Elon Musk basically became a billionaire because he just pretty much stole other people's companies.
Okay,
and made billions off of that.
He's not his parents or his family, so you can't really.
Yeah, but that's how he got his money, though.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
I mean, it's still not his fault.
I mean, it's not his fault, but he's also not innocent. He's also complicit too. I mean, and more importantly, he basically makes money stealing other people's projects. I mean, buying them for cents on the dollar.
He doesn't steal them. He just buys them.
Yeah, buys them. Cents on the dollar. It's like, I remember having this conversation with Terrence Daniels about this, and I'm like, the difference between the difference between the Monsanto and the difference between companies like Monsanto, Bayer, and some of these other in ExxonMobil and all that, it's like they actually create the poisons that they make money off of. Elon Musk just takes someone else's creations and makes money off of it. He doesn't really do anything.
Ray Koch did the same thing with Ray Koch or Koch or Koch or however you pronounce his last. Did the same thing with McDonald's.
Yeah, he did.
He essentially stole that company from the McDonald's brothers.
Yeah, because they just wanted their $3 billion to retire, which I don't know why, but maybe they thought they were gonna die in 1980 or something. Like 10 years later or something. I don't know.
No, I think he took it over in the 60s.
Yeah, he took it over the mid 60s. Maybe the McDonald's brothers thought they weren't gonna live another 5 years, so it's like, $3 billion's enough. It's like,
yeah, well, they were stupid.
Yeah, that's putting it nicely.
But it is what it is. I mean, I really can't say the man stole anything because he literally just bought stuff and it turned successful.
I mean, like I said, the fact of the matter is the only reason he exists is because of the blood diamond industry. If it wasn't even for that, then I mean, who is Elon Musk?
Elon Musk is the guy that gave Ukraine free internet by using Skylake because they're at war with Russia.
Wow. Well, that would definitely explode. That would definitely validate what Robert said about Elon Musk being a government shill. But I mean, even with Facebook, everyone talks about Zuckerberg this, Zuckerberg that. Zuckerberg's not the one who created Facebook.
No,
The
he's
Pentagon
not.
created Facebook.
No, the Pentagon did not create Facebook. A friend of his created it, and he stole it.
No, neither of them created Facebook. In February 4th, 2004, DARPA announced that Operation LifeLog was no longer going. They were going to cease that project, and it was no longer going to exist. And then a few hours later, Facebook magically debuts on the same day. And it's like, come on. It's like, come on. Oh well, this governmental operation is this operation is done. Let's just give it to some poor sap. So let's make his life a living. Let's make him feel better about himself while excusing ourselves of any sort of culpability of spying on people. Awesome.
I want to know where my check is for all of these invasive advertisements.
Well, the problem is we are the product, but yeah, we do deserve some checks at this point. I'll even get Facebook debut, February 4th, 2004. Now they're changing it. It was originally launched as Face Smash on October 28, 2003 before changing it to Facebook on 2004. February 4th, 2004. And then let's see Operation LifeLog. Operation LifeLog was a project of the Information Processing Techniques Office of the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency of the U.S. Department of Defense. According to bid solicitation pamphlet 2003, it was supposed to be an ontology-based subsystem that captures, stores, and makes the accessible flows of one experience and interactions within the world to support another broad spectrum of associates, assistants, and other system capabilities.
Use layman terms. Use layman terms. What does all that mean?
All right.
What does that mean for the people who's making tea out of dirt off the side of the road, guy? Stop making it too intelligent for people.
All right. The objective of LifeLog was to trace the threads of an individual's life in terms of events, states, relationships, and the ability to take all the subject's experience from phone numbers down to the email messages viewed to every breath taken, step made, place, and gone. So there you go.
Troy says you two need to argue. Why?
No.
What for?
Maybe later.
We probably will later.
Yeah.
It's a typical Friday thing. Harsh will start calling me at like 11 o'clock because he's drunk. Somewhere up in there.
I don't care about these people. I don't care.
Why didn't you answer the phone last night, bruh? Because I was asleep.
You forgot. Oh, yeah, you still got your fanny pack with you, right?
No.
Oh,
That wasn't a fanny pack.
colostomy
That
bag.
was a... Well, yeah, I got that. That's not going anywhere.
That's a new fanny pack.
Both literally and figuratively. I mean, if you really want to go into brass tacks, that's exactly what it is. It's a fanny pack.
Right. Robert says, yeah, Operation LifeLog. Look it up, Scott.
Troy
And he
wants
said,
me to argue with you so I can rage quit to go play GTA 5. That's what he wants.
No,
That's what Troy wants right now.
and the said project supposedly ended around the same day Facebook was launched. February 4th, 2004. There you go. God. I mean, that's insane. That really is. And now Wikipedia's trying to say, oh, it was Face Smash in 2003. Yeah, right. Okay, sure.
I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's one of the biggest social media platforms in the world now, so Who cares?
Yeah. That's the crazy thing about Facebook. Guess what the average age of a Facebook user is?
25.
42.
Well, yeah, because it came out while we were all still young.
Yeah.
Everybody bailed off MySpace.
Yeah.
And we thought we were going to be trendy by using Facebook.
It's weird.
I mean, the age range, yeah, you're starting to see those ages go up, big time.
Yeah. You know, the funny part is when people talk about, what if you have children on your Facebook page? What if you have kids on your Facebook page and you're posting sexualized memes? I'm like, why would you worry about children on a Facebook page when the average age of a Facebook user is when half of the people on Facebook are old enough to collect their senior citizen checks? What are you talking about?
Not only that, what is wrong with you to equate someone's kids with a completely separate,
right,
freaking sexual? I mean,
well,
can you
I
compare
mean,
kids to
I ended
that?
up,
That's
that
just
same
dumb.
person ended up accusing him of being a pedophile because he kept talking about it. I'm like, do you have children on your page? I was telling this guy, like, why are you talking about children on Facebook when the average age of a Facebook user is in their 40s? Are you doing so with children? What are you doing? So it's like, that was that was a very, very eventful post a year ago. Year and some change ago, which I will be happy to send you the link of that. It's like, yeah, if someone's talking about, how could you post that? What about the children? I'm like, you're on Facebook. The average age of a user is in their 40s. Like, come on. Come on.
Are you sure? Are you sure there? And hold on, we gotta Google that now because I don't believe it.
According to smallbusiness.cron.com, speaking of current, I guess, articles, when you examine the ages of Facebook, you'll be surprised at the average age. For example, middle age is represented more prominently than youth. Statistical breakdowns of Facebook users are provided both by the company as well as third-party surveys. Also produce results that differ greatly depending on geographical focus. However, no requirement for any user to make their age publicly viewable, and no method to verify their age, or even to verify the users themselves are real. These statistics can be called in question.
Your statistics are wrong. Because the share of Facebook users in the United States as of March 2023, 25 to 34% makes up 23.8%, which is higher than the 35 to 44 range, which is
Yeah,
at
I'm starting to think that's a
18.1%.
lot of a lot of Gen Xers lying about their age. I'm not gonna confirm nor deny anything, but I will say I know of certain people that were born in the mid to late 80s that have their birthday listed as the year 2000. So
How in the world would you get away with doing away with 10 to 12 years worth of
I don't
age?
know, but I do know that some of these people they'll have the real date, the real month, the real day, but the age will just jack it up by 15 years. They'll just lower it down by 15 years. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
I'm just saying there are a lot of people on Facebook that do that. So if someone's gonna tell me that, I don't know what to say because like I said in 2011 that seemed to be the case where it's the majority of the 25 to 29 was 24% of users, and then 19.9% was 30 to 34. That was according to Ad Age in 2011. But let me see. There's yeah, I'm trying. Alright. Right. Let me see. The most recent demographics. Oh, this was as of 2013. Never mind. The average age of a Facebook user was 40.5 years old, while Lebanon is 29 years old. So.
And that was in 2014. I think you're
13.
Oh yeah, your date is a little out of date by about 10 years.
No, if it was that old then, if that was that old then, I can't imagine it's younger. I mean, I remember. Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I remember when people like under 18 would use Facebook. Now I don't think that's the case. Then again, I used to remember when Facebook was like a website where you just played games on it all day.
Yeah, they had those like the little farm game and
Yeah, Farmville and some of the other games.
some mafia game or something like that. They had a bunch of messenger games that used to float around there for a little while, but I think the last one I seen was Ludo. I don't even know if anybody does that anymore, do they?
Which one?
Like the Ludo and the messenger games and stuff like that.
Not really. Like, not anymore.
I remember everybody was on those at one point.
Right.
Oh boy. Looking through some of these headlines. It's so wonderful. You know, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
The only thing I think with these statistics is that people lie about their age a lot. It's like I said, but most 18 to 25-year-olds I know of are not on Facebook. They're either on Instagram or Snapchat. They're not on Facebook unless like their parents put them on Facebook or something. Like, oh, come on, Lindsay, you should follow your mother. You should see what I'm posting. It's like,
Well, the Amish have won a legal battle.
ah,
A
good for them.
long-running religious freedom case has come full circle with a court ruling this week that a deeply conservative Amish community in Minnesota cannot be threatened with the loss of homes if its members don't install septic systems to dispose of their bath, laundry, and dishwater.
I don't know who won that one. I don't know who's the winner in
I
that
don't know.
case.
It's a good question.
You can't dispose of dirty water. I don't know if you're the winner. You may have won in court. You may have won in court, but you don't have proper plumbing. You're gonna need to have some really strong immune systems if you're gonna live like that. So just letting you know.
It's essentially about plumbing. The Schwarzenstruber, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Amish do not have Schwarzenstruber. Amish.
I can't believe Alf had you from Wisconsin. Can't even pronounce a simple name like that. Like,
Amish do not have
Schwarzenstruber.
modern running water in their homes. Water arrives through a single line and is either pumped by hand or delivered by gravity from an external cistern. In 2013, Fillmore County adopted an ordinance requiring most homes to have a septic system for the disposal of gray water. The Amish community sought an exemption in the name of our Lord, explaining that their religion forbids the use of such technology. They also offered an alternative used in more than a dozen other states that would allow them to funnel gray water from their homes by pipes to earthen basins filled with wood chips to filter solids and grease from the water as it drains, similar to how a septic system would work. So, we can't use your technology, you have to use our technology instead.
Yeah.
And the case made it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court in 2021, which found that Minnesota courts overstepped. Jesus Christ. Our taxpayer dollars at work. If these people want to shoot their excrement into the air with cannons, then so be it.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't hit me, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, as sad as this sounds, it's really no different than what the government does with our land, water, and air on a daily basis. So
Exactly.
you're poisoned either way. So enjoy. That's it. Sure, he's like, actually, you two need to argue.
Actually,
Actually, Trick, your dog died. It was so funny.
oh jeez.
And you know what's the funny part about that? You know, Trick wasn't sad because the dog died. Trick was sad because he could no longer sodomize the dog.
That's sad. That's
You know, it is.
that's horribly sad.
I know, but it's the truth.
I am so done with you. You've been listening to the Crayola Sack Harsh Reality.
That's wonderful. And on that note, this has been another edition of the Crayola Sack Harsh Reality. This is Harshmed sign out, and I love you. The life is harsh, but it's a little bit. And sometimes you gotta color outside the lines.
That's right. And be sure to tune in to the Harsh Reality page for a ticket giveaway for Homegrown that's coming up here July 29th.
Less than 15 days away. We're going to have a ticket giveaway on Sunday at O'Neill's. Whoever submits the best frog drawing to one Zachary Sonny Edwards of Zachary Sonny Edwards Music, you might just win 2 tickets.
That's
And
right.
don't worry, we're going to have some other giveaways. Like, you know what? We may have another giveaway. For those of you who are desperate to go to Homegrown and you're in the Chicagoland area, if you could submit a drawing, a drawing that reminds you of Scott Saunier, that looks the closest to Scott Saunier. It doesn't matter if it's a cartoon character or a real portrait. You'll win 2 tickets to Homegrown. But you have to make the drawing. You can't use like CGI or any of that crap. Like, no, you gotta like hand draw it.
Also, if you didn't make the podcast today, just search us in your favorite streaming app. Just look for CSHR Radio, and you will find 2 shows as of now. This one
Right.
and the Chi-Town Injection that is available on every major streaming service there is.
Right, and FYI,
Spotify,
Scott will be
Amazon.
grading the drawings, so he'll grade the drawings as well, and we'll have
By the
the
time I get to look at the drawings with everything I got going on, it'll be like past, like Homegrown will be like 3 months after, before that.
Oh, never mind. Then we'll have a Halloween special for that. Then, all right. Anyway, and if you're clown sick, honk honk. So,
Jesus. Have a good night, everyone.
to-
I need someone to believe.